Okay, so I'm in a memberhood watch group, and there was a call put out. There is a pregnant woman who was in her house surrounded by ice. She was afraid that she was going to go into labor, and so the community gathered to try and protect her. And by the time we got here, I was 8 minutes away, and the Minneapolis Police Department had, I don't know, the whole. It was completely taped off. We couldn't get through. Heard a shot, heard some flashbangs. People were trying to figure out what was going on. Some ambulances went in. I don't think she was injured, and I think she had a child with her, but I heard someone got shot in the leg. It's like, what is going on?
This is
all they would have to do is go.
Yep, I got you.
They don't have to be here. And we would go home. I want to go home. It's kind of cold out.
This has been going on, like, it's a constant drumbeat. We've been chasing around these officers all day, and they would randomly stop, harass somebody, pull somebody out of the car, leave the car empty. What is this like in your community, happening on a daily basis?
By the way, I want to be wrapping up show right after she's done here.
Neighbors who I haven't seen outside their house. I left them letters and say, hey, if you need something, please text me. I've joined some community members with packing up food for one of the local churches, and they do deliveries on Monday, Wednesday.
I appreciate her service, but I am going to stop it there. All right. Oh, that was great coverage. But yeah, guys, that was, I would say, fun, but not really. But that was good primetime coverage with Pep Talk. So I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. First show in the bag. Thank you guys again for hanging. Stick around for Left Past 10. I will catch you guys on my stream over on my channel tomorrow, 8 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock usually on Friday, and then Tuesdays on this space. I will see you very first thing. Peace.
Matt left me some instructions here. Please don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Really now?
Please don't talk during. Can't read his handwriting. Or the opening credit. Don't talk during the opening credit.
Okay. Well, I won't then. Sorry.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
Hey, good evening. Hey, you activist mofo. I saw you. I was very, very impressed, and I hope we can talk about that tonight.
You know, a weird thing has happened now to the last handful of these that I've gone to. Everybody keeps saying they recognize me, but not from where.
Oh,
and I've
really?
never seen the clip they're talking about.
Wow. They recognize you, but not from where, huh? Where were you, actually? Were you in Minneapolis or in Detroit?
Detroit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Detroit.
Okay. At first, I thought it was Minneapolis, but you were in Detroit, which is, you know, I can see that might be one of the next cities. And I'm also wondering, where else are they going to dump these people? When is New York's turn?
You know, it's possible that there's a direct order given from the White House after Trump got insulted in Detroit. But other than that, honestly, the way Michigan is, I'm less concerned about this stuff generally. I mean, I'm not any less outraged, but like, you're not. First of all, Detroit is very spread out. Like there's not a lot of population density, and second, motherfuckers do not. I just don't. It's difficult to
Tough-
say, but
Tough
like,
city.
I mean, kind of. It's less like they're gonna physically harm you and just like, off, don't bother me. Like a cop could pull up to somebody and be like, "Hey, come over here," and they just be like, "No."
Oh God. Well,
Like, do you have a warrant? Okay, well then.
yeah, I hear you. I
It's
hear you.
just-
I
it's like
just
an
think
attitude.
the whole thing is pathetic. And
It is.
you know, I saw on the Humanist, he did a piece today, Mike, and he showed all kinds of people talking about how they've had it up to there, and that this is like that this is not funny, this is not fun, this is not funny. People are sick of it, and young people are going to have to are going to step up. And I don't want to see, you know, gun violence. I don't want to see violence. Those people have tactical shit. They have all of it. Unless people are going to spend a lot of money on all that kind of crap.
I keep hearing the people who have the least experience with any sort of violence talking about how, well, that's what's next. That's what we got to do, actually. And I remember, I love the Humanist Report, but I do also remember right after the election, he was like, well, pack it up. America's done. Move to Canada. And then like a couple weeks later, his feelings got sorted out a little bit, and he changed his tune. I just would caution the whole internet. And HBX was asking how my hands are doing. This is a great example of what I'm talking about. A lot of times, well-meaning nutsacks are going to be as dangerous to us and what we're trying to accomplish as like an FBI plant. I harmed myself through folly.
Right.
That's the people I think that are saying, it's time to escalate. We've had enough, and now we've got to blah blah blah. I think we're winning. I think we've never had more success in the messaging war, and at the end of the day, we don't have the physical ability to defeat the U.S. government.
Nope. Nobody has that kind of firepower. Nobody has the tactical gear. These people that are joining ICE were in the NRA. They are in militias. They're all the freaky right-wing weirdos that have been amassing collections and gear and all that shit for years. Trust me, because I've known some people like that. It's,
and I'm not even like, maybe I don't know enough about room to room combat or any of that to make an assessment. I just know we're in the age of spy cameras and drones now. All they have to do is have a credible reason to call the best amongst us a terrorist organizer. And then they can hit their home from afar.
Yeah,
and
we're not. But civil, it's civil disobedience. It's not just protesting. It's civil disobedience, like Roger Hallam from Extinction Rebellion. I had interviewed him before he went to prison in the UK, and he talks about how to do this. And it's not just marching up and down streets. I mean, it's going to be blockading bridges, and there's going to have to be a lot more effort if these fuckers are going to be out there in the streets doing this shit.
What we just saw people doing was perfect. I could not be more proud of America tonight.
Great. But
by the way, credit to Pep Talks. What amazing coverage that was.
He's been doing good coverage. Yes. He's good. I like that guy. I do. I like him.
Man for the moment.
There's somebody in my chat had said ICE is worried about retribution. And I also heard that, because you think about these guys and they're having problems. I think the government is having some problems getting a lot of these guys to volunteer. But I don't know. What is it? Just the most vicious, awful, ugly January 6th militia type, Nazis that are out there?
Washed out of academy. Couldn't make it as soldiers. Washed out of boot camp.
Yeah.
Still desperate to harm other people, but afraid to be called a serial killer. So what do? Join ICE. Pathetic.
$50,000. And then I saw, and then on Democracy Now! There was a gal that is former military. she did for shits and giggles for writing, right? Yeah, Chuck. For writing an article, and she applied, and they literally, you have to watch this Democracy Now edition. It was today. They literally accepted her, and they didn't even do she did a P test, and she had cannabis in her system, and they didn't say a word about it. Wow, it's wild. And I watched this from an HR perspective, as I was a human resource professional. I'm like, who is doing their hiring? Who is recruiting? They're not doing. I would be fired. But that literally, guys have to get on and watch this interview on Democracy Now. Amy Goodman did it. It was great. And she also,
I would love to check that out.
Yeah, she wrote a Substack, and I forgot her name. Isn't it terrible? I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. But watch it. Watch it.
I did want to attend an ICE hiring event myself, but I didn't have a robe or a hood. All right, fair enough.
I got you.
No,
I got you. Hey, I got a. All right. I mean, I do have a graphic. It probably won't get us in trouble.
Let's go for it.
All right.
Hey, the cats are away tonight.
No, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna. That's okay. This is just.
What is the point of tooling around in Dad and Mom's car? If hey, there we go. Now available at Tactical Plan. I mean, that's dead on.
All right. I mean,
so here's a real question.
Go ahead.
I have for you guys. What is the structure going to look like of us holding these people who are breaking the law as ICE accountable? How are we going to get that? Ensure that happens?
I don't know. Remember when you had been talking about Nuremberg trials, but that wouldn't work. We have to do things in the United States. This is way in the future. I mean, we're right here now with these people being dumped on the streets. So I don't know, but you had made a lot of sense, and I wasn't understanding that night. Remember, you got all frustrated at me.
I always get all frustrated.
Yeah, but it was me that night. Yes, it was. It was fair enough. Hey, I honestly can admit when I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not going to sit here. I was wrong. And you were trying to say something, and I kept blabbing and saying, no, Nuremberg, but you were right. So why don't you go into a little bit about that again? Can you give us some more on that?
I think
how you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we get power back, however we get power back, there is going to be a big knot to untangle. That right now, all these identities are being hidden for a reason. They know what they're doing can be punished later. So right now, what we have to do is collect evidence, and we've got to store that evidence in a way that it is easily searched later on. I don't know. That's a project that we're going to have to do.
It's we meaning millions of people in this country who are really disgustingly, really upset.
Yeah. If it helps nerds out there, there's a fantasy series called Warhammer where the dwarves keep a book of grudges. Anybody that's ever wronged them, they write it down for eventual revenge. I think we have to keep a book of grudges. I think we've got to say, like, okay, on this night, we just saw X many ICE officials. They fired at this woman who was acting peacefully, striking her in the legs with rubber bullets. And then, like, later on, when it comes time for the trials, it's going to have to be, okay, who was the officer in charge at the scene? If you did not keep that record, who is failed to keep the records, because they are now responsible for the full charges of even if you are just the captain that said, I'm not gonna keep a record of who was at what event. Well, then you, the captain, are taking on the full responsibility for everything your agents did, up to and including the murders they commit.
You think I'll be alive to see this happen? Is it going to take 24 years like it did in Romania?
It might not even take 4 years. At the rate we're going, and I know it never feels like change is coming until it's here. But at the rate we're going, with Trump's decline, with America's power being just hemorrhaging away,
Yep.
There's a sincere chance that either a panicking Trump administration reverses course and tries to throw ICE officials under the bus, or more realistically, there is an impeachment and then, damage control after that.
You have what I don't, but I'm trying to feel like there's an end to this. I'm looking and I'm trying to think that, can we ever this country, it's 1 year. Look where we are. 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is so bad. The EPA announces today, we're not going to keep track of air pollution, how many people we save. It's every day gets worse and worse and worse. How does it stop? It's painful. It's just painful.
I just want to make everybody a little more bummed out. This person is saying that what I'm describing is hopium. What I'm describing is not a good thing. I just want to be clear.
A good person, though. Global is a good person.
I believe it. Yeah. But I understand why you might hear me saying that this could, we could be beginning trials for ICE officials, before Trump's term is even up, as a hopeful thing. Yeah. That's not what I'm imagining, just to be clear. What I'm imagining is that it actually gets worse than it currently is. And there is no choice but to, in a scenario, if it's like that, that means we will be conducting these trials in the wreckage of a country.
It's awful horrible. It really is. In the wreckage of a country, because we are really circling the drain. Everybody from all over the world that I talk to, people from all over the world, and they're just looking at it and shaking their head. It's just that bad. Just that bad. And
we've already lost.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we've already lost our soft power, but go ahead.
But the people that are cheering on Trump are just the other fascists. Well, the regular, the usual crowd, Malay, Argentina, Netanyahu. The usual crowd. Yep.
100%. It is all people who want excuses. No, they want their own behavior to seem acceptable by comparison. Imagine every single one of them, one of the swamp, tried for treason. Totally plausible.
I made that, I would hope. But, hope is fleeting.
I wouldn't. The details I will always be a snot about. I doubt the charges would actually be treason, but maybe. What the hell?
And on my good days when I'm feeling like, okay, so what if he's gone, but who's behind him? Who's whispering in his ear? The little white supremacist Stephen Miller. They're all around. J.D. Vance. The thing about him is he has no charisma, and he'll never have what obviously Trump did with MAGA. But the thing is, he's got the money behind them. He's got Palantir. He's got these corporations that have all our information, that have us by the proverbial balls, even though I don't have any. I have balls.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And by the way, Fixer at home, if they keep this up all the way through the November elections, I have to imagine. First of all, I'm pretty sure
have them.
Yeah, I think they're going to start winding this stuff down as campaigns heat up, because they expect Americans to be that dumb. But that winding it down doesn't mean it goes away. It just means they're going to wait for the campaign to be over. But if we can get 2/3 in Congress, we can do major changes. If we can even get a majority in the House and Senate, we can basically stop this guy's rampage.
How do we get people out there who now are looking at ICE terrorizing the cities? Will they have enough ICE agents to go all over and do this. And will law enforcement join them? I mean, people now are looking and saying, well, maybe voting won't even be worth it. I don't want to go out there and get beat up. How do we do this? I know it's not we, but how does that happen? How's that? I'll go. I'm not afraid, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. There's no, I've been through too much of my life to have that fear. Fear is detrimental, but there's millions of people who are looking at this that are saying, wow, is it worth it to get out there? It's not going to really do anything. It's too far gone. I'm only playing devil's advocate here.
No, I
but
know.
I'm the doomer on the bus. So don't forget that.
Well, two things. First of all, literally just physically being there does do something. And it scares ICE. It slows them down. If nothing else, it slows them down. It takes what could have been a 15-minute arrest and makes it a 3-hour affair. It makes it much more complicated. It also shows people in your neighborhood that, you can expect backup if you go out against ICE. That's thing number one. But that dovetails nicely with this question. When, says TR75, who is rightly depressed in these days, when the election doesn't go our way, what's next? Depends what you mean by doesn't go our way.
What next? We're Russia. We get more and more censored. We're Russia. That's all. Learn what they live like.
It depends what you mean by doesn't go our way. If you mean House and Senate, if that doesn't go our way, I will reassess what's next based on the localities that we won or did not. You still have a local government, and that more and more is going to have to be what you rely upon. So your local police force.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what people are doing here. I'm already seeing people everything is get this asshole out of Congress that's local here. And people are disgusted with him. And I'm seeing that even people in his party locally are disgusted with him because he is such an ash licker.
That's local people talking about a congressional race, and that's good. Yeah. But I'm also trying to focus folks on your local race. So who your mayor is going to matter. Who your police chief is really going to matter. Because whether or not ICE is allowed to just tool around your streets, behaving in a shady manner, that's something that's going to depend on your local law enforcement. On a related note, call the police on ICE all the time. If you see an ICE car going around and around in your neighborhood, call the cops on them. Say there's a suspicious vehicle circling my neighborhood. Give them no more information than that. Call the cops on them. We should be trying to drive a wedge between these two organizations. We should be doing everything in our power to create friction between them and create opportunities for them to A, argue, B, behave like ICE does with everybody, but with people that have the power to arrest them.
All right. I want to ask you this too. Republicans red, Democrats blue, neither one gives a fuck about you. Okay, so given that we feel like people don't give a fuck about us, who does give a fuck about us?
Progressives do. And I would not confuse progressives with Democrats. Pay attention to the primaries.
That's right.
Now,
that's right.
Our moment is now if we're progressives. And our main focus should be the primaries because our goal is to take over the Democratic Party. We should be very free with throwing established Democrats under the bus. If you're talking to somebody and they're not listening to you, a great way to wake them up is to leap on a Democrat. I have found because they're not our friends. They're working against us.
My God, Chuck Schumer makes me sick. He's such he is so. I was with my mom this week. Going to be 92-year-old mom, and she agrees with me that he is not the guy for the moment. Well, there's a few maybe that might be, but for the most part he is just not. And I was shocked at how progressive she is. Holy shit. I had a great time with her, and she helped me write my latest Substack article called Denial. I wrote an article about this whole situation, but I called it Denial. I came from a bit of a different angle. It's on
Ooh.
Substack, but she was like my editor. She was helping me out. It was great. I was so proud of her. Just
That's
everything. Yeah, she's a progressive. Holy crap. It was great.
How did you approach it differently?
Impromptu with mom. Oh, my chat. I did a live at my mother. She wouldn't come on the camera. And she just goes, I'm in my robe. I'm like, Mom, come in the room. Because I stood up and did a live stream. Oh, you were there, Jake, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did you come? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was great. Shit. I should have just dragged her into the camera.
How was the Substack article a different approach?
Well, I talked about denial as a defense mechanism, how all these people are in denial. Let me see if I can find it. And okay, hang on. It's kind of like, a lot of people write things. All right. I can't pull it up because I don't know how on this. I don't know how to pull up links on our on this. So I'm just going to actually okay. I'm just going to read a little bit.
All
And okay, just the beginning, you guys can find it. Seems to me climate change denial, violence denial, authoritarianism denial in general seem to be an epidemic. So what does denial really mean? It's a defense mechanism. All over social media, denial rears its ugly head in so many different ways, but essentially it's a defense against reality. Accepting climate collapse, creeping authoritarianism, or state violence means accepting fear about the future. But in reality, the future is now and the past is now. All we have is now. Now is quite ugly, although historically humanity has always been in denial. And I went on like that. I took this and I talked about it. Basically, the United States is in denial. They're in so denial that they operate as a ruthless, hateful, fascist regime. And then anybody who wants to see it, go for it. It's under Environmental Coffee House. I've been writing I like Substack a lot. I like writing. I got books. I've got new books on writing. I've got interesting things to draw out passion inside me. But so that's how I say I approach things differently. I'm just not writing about what's happening. I'm writing about why and what denial is and how it's a big defense mechanism. But our government is in total denial. These people have deluded themselves. They, think about it. Maybe they've had authoritarian tendencies, but Marco Rubio, for example, he was a senator. What did he hide all this horribleness? He is just beyond horrible. And he's doing 4 jobs for the government? And he has turned into the biggest fash out. Horrible. And then you see Chuck Schumer going, hey, there's my friend Mark. What the fuck, Chuck? Well, why? Why would you even want to talk to that little fuck now? Why?
What's shocking to me is that
what are they? Take over.
He's an old-fashioned Republican. His goal is just to fleece as much money out of the government as he can.
Rubio?
That's it. By the way, the expose on his drug dealing brother-in-law was amazing.
Okay.
But Rubio basically hung out with he got his start with Cuban gangsters. Far-right Cuban gangsters. Jesus Christ.
So that's what his thing is. His thing basically is he wants Cuba. What does he want it to be like Greenland? Cuba, Greenland, Venezuela?
Sure. But he doesn't actually care about Cuba or Greenland or Canada or any of it. All Rubio cares about is money, power, and maybe respect for but not the sort that you get from actually helping people. The sort that you're
little Marco
ordered to give people. Yeah. He's a little man with
but it's just to me cock. I just can't get over that people. I know it's not going to ever come to they're beating each other up in Congress, but it got a little crazy there with MTG and Boebert, but But to even talk to these people, how can they talk to them when they're doing what they're doing to our country and shredding the Constitution?
Yeah, it's not going to be enough just to round up these people that were on the streets, the ICE people that were actually pulling the trigger. Rubio, who's the drunk in charge? Pete Hegseth, Christy Nome, like all of the officials are
The
going to have
canned ham.
answer in a court of law. Unbelievable.
Eventually, that's why I say, am I going to even be alive to see it? I always reference.
Here's the thing: if it's actually,
Ceausescu.
if it takes, if it takes 15, 20 years, then we will have failed. Then, like, it's either going to be done in the next administration, or it won't be done. And
then we'll be at 2.0 C in the global temperature of the planet, and we will have a carbon dioxide of 400 to 500 ppm, and we'll all be dying anyway. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
there's my doom for the night.
The point being, if it's not going to take as long as you're imagining, if it happens at all. But that also means we can't have Gavin Newsom in the White House next. Even if he's out there promising that he's going to be the guy that
he's not the
puts
guy.
a DOJ. Yeah, he's not.
No, because he's the billionaire's friend.
Yeah.
He's not the guy. Let's see. What is Latino saying? Hi, Latino. This is interactive with you guys tonight. Most likely, Rubio wants to create the Batista-like dictatorship. Fulgencio Batista was a fascist public dictator the U.S. put in power before Castro. Good point. Yes, a right-wing fascist dictator.
Oh yeah.
Thank you,
Latino. I mean, but that for any country. I just want to be clear. He'll talk about Cuba like he gives a shit. He'll talk about America like he gives a shit, but it's irrelevant to these people. They don't have any guiding principles. Not a one of them.
You think they
Rand
ever
Paul
did?
actually? Yeah, Rand Paul does a little bit.
And
he actually, yeah. I still don't think they're good human beings, but at least they have some principles.
They suck as human beings, but they have some principles.
Overall, yeah. Overall failing grade, but they did answer some questions correctly.
Overall failing grade. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I really like Latinos, the Cuban American, especially in Florida. Right? The Florida right sees the Batista era as the golden age they wish to return to. You know what? That explains a lot to me, because everybody wants to go back to some kind of perceived golden age when, make America great again, when there was never a golden age, not for African Americans, not for Black people, not for Hispanic. There's never been a golden age. For who? Always just the rich, the 1%.
Yeah.
The golden age.
And when I read that, like Latino Mafune, I don't disagree with your assessment at all. I that makes a lot of sense to me, what you're saying. I would just say I see these people as identical to the way Republicans behave. Like they claim to want to go back to the Reagan era or want to go back to this, that, or the other thing, but they don't have a policy reason why. Yeah. They don't actually have any sort of understanding of the mechanics of how any of this worked. They're just responding. They're just parroting propaganda, basically.
And racism.
Yeah.
They want to go back to
the
before,
people I hated got bullied back then.
Yeah. They want to go back to lynching. They want to go back to before. Who knows what they want? They're just all so sick. God.
Donald James X with an excellent question here.
All right.
So he was pointing out in an earlier comment that they're behaving in a way that you would think means they would understand that a prison cell awaits them as soon as they're out of power. So are they going to give back power? The question I ask is, how are they going to keep power if they won't give it back? Great question, because they don't have a choice about giving it back, theoretically, in America. They are going to try to interfere with the elections. And I don't just mean in the way they normally do, by tossing out votes, et cetera, certainly by replacing your county clerks with liars. But they are going to straight up try to say some elections were illegitimate and just not count the winners.
Obfuscate everything.
Do you remember when Trump and like Mike Lindell would not acknowledge states he lost? Trump right now is claiming to have won Minnesota 3 times, even though he never won it.
Isn't Lindell running for governor?
Maybe. So imagine that these people then, with their new attitude, said, you know what, the Michigan elections, there was something funny about them. We're not trusting that. So we're actually going to say the Republican won.
Ugh.
That's what they're going to try to do. And we have to be ready to respond, including physically. And in this case, I do think it's important to never allow illegitimate politicians literally into their offices. Just sit in front of their offices and say, this is not for you. You did not win the election. Get the fuck out.
That's civil disobedience. That's
and you will get arrested, but that's the point.
That's what it is. That's right. That's how we kept a nuclear waste dump out of this county. I wasn't here. How they did it in the 1980s here, and it was not a partisan thing. It was everyone together, and that's how I'm hoping we keep data centers out of here too. So that's one thing about the protesting locally. I'm not going to be out there because of the fact that I've got this other project that I'm working on, and I can't be seen as that right now, so that I can be credible in making sure that our county understands data centers are not for us. So
I don't think those have to be mutually exclusive. I certainly don't think they should be viewed as that or treated as that, but you do what you got to do.
Right now, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. But there's a lot of amazing people in this little red county. So that gives me a good feeling. And I like that. I do like that. Because then there's more and more people. But I don't know.
Crucial for understanding that the amount people win by is going to matter a lot. Like the amount of support Trump has going into this thing is going to matter so much. If we can keep, and we've been doing a great job, but if we can keep whittling away like this insane blind support for MAGA, things are not going to go the way they hope they do.
Yeah.
Especially with the Epstein files shenanigans. Did you see how much that got under Trump's skin yesterday?
To the union, the Ford guy. Yeah. And this guy is now he's a working class hero now. He's a new working
and his
class
GoFundMe
hero.
Got $300,000.
Yeah, more than the fascist cop that shot Renee.
Good.
But people donated to that guy, who all of a sudden now has internal injuries. What a load of shit. And it started on CBS. CBS, but you know what? ABC reported it too. They're all capitulating. They're all spreading the lies. Any fucking person that believes that shit after seeing what those videos look like, guy had nothing. He had nothing. Lying.
He went out and took beauty pictures. He went out and took pictures of himself dressed like an SS officer, basically, with his ice stuff on.
God, we are so fucked sometimes. I feel like that, but I don't give up. I don't give up. Not with you, Jake. I can't. How can I? You're the epitome of let's keep going. Never stop.
I mean, yeah.
You've got to.
We just don't even have the choice.
Nope. You've got a good head on your shoulders.
From time to time.
No, most of the time.
See, here's what makes me worried, because now I'm thinking again about where people are seeing me from these protests.
Oh,
I promise you, somewhere there's video of my fat behind waddling at the front of this thing, and
What
there's
fat
nothing on the ground. I fell over nothing. There's no reason to fall. It was just my body was like, it's time.
You're so silly. Where'd they see
I have
you?
a feeling when people are like, oh, I remember you, they're politely leaving off like, you're that an idiot. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
No. I think you were good on the and talking to people too. You don't have a clip of that, do you? To show
No.
anything set up on your being out there with Pep Talk showing you live?
You'd
No,
think.
too
But
bad.
no.
All right. That's too bad.
What
All
the-
right. Well, what?
How is this
Pan-
possible? My
No.
old stage name is somehow
Really?
trending. Boku, that must have just Bozy, that
No.
must have just been you. It had- There's no way.
I've never trended. Environmental Coffee House has never trended on anything.
Oh, thank God.
God. But
Well,
we
look,
are
I'm
trying
a
to
fan.
save the planet, but that's not we've got Alex in here who's also ever the optimist on, that we're going to make something happen. Force it. But with this administration canceling all the wind projects, I mean, every bit of energy, any energy is negative. Any energy is planet eating. Everything is planet eating. But they are making it worse where it could have been better. And they were going to buy EVs from China. And there was something, though, that I saw Orange Turd say when a news person asked him, I think it was today, asked him about the EV market. And he didn't poo-poo it. He didn't shove it away. Oh, we're going to have all that because we are going to have robots. I think it was when Ford guy said, we can't fill 5,000 jobs. And Orange Turd said, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, we're going to have robots soon. How come they can't fill 5,000 jobs?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that was all about. I haven't had time to look into.
Oh, I don't even
5,000
need to look at it. I can tell you exactly.
Please do.
They were unwilling to offer a living wage for those jobs. And so they want on record the fact that, hey, we were trying, so that when they replace all those jobs with robots, they can say, well, we were just filling a need.
And the car
just
industry
bullshit.
used to be a good job. You live in Detroit. I mean, it used to be. Wow.
I mean, yeah, if you join any of these places through the union, which you can, then it remains a good job. But fudge, man, these people are looking for any excuse they can to just rob everyone. They're bad human beings. These oligarchs are not decent folks.
No, they are bad. And another thing that gets me is these people that follow Trump blindly are so stupid. They are so stupid. They get fleeced. He's fleecing the country. Is it stupid, or is it that they are so maybe I shouldn't use stupid, propagandized, lied to, they accept all this, and they believe that he's so wonderful, and he's fleecing them in every which way, writing fundraising letters that begs for money when his whole family has enriched themselves. Oh my God, can't stand it.
I still don't fully understand, but I'm starting to get it. I think these people, it's not that they don't know that he's lying to them. They know that. It used to be that they thought that the lies he said to them were necessary because he had to lie to us in order to serve their purposes. But mostly what it is just that they think everybody lies. They think everything I'm hearing all the time is lies.
We've been conditioned.
Yeah. So if it's already lies, if everything I'm hearing is lies, then I'm going to go with the lies that hurt people I don't like.
That's the way their Trump phones are. You're right. Yeah. And especially when it started with fake news. He started, this guy, as much as we want to hate him, was crafty, and he started all this. He knew what he was doing. He learned from Roy Cohn. He learned. But, starting with fake news, having people doubt everything. It started 10 years ago. I never remember anything like this. 10 years of our lives ruined, and my older life, this is what I have at this age. Fuck, I feel worse for my mom.
Sucks. Yeah, honestly, me too.
Yeah.
I will never forgive Republicans generally, no matter how polite I force myself to be for the cause. I will never forgive them for my father's final days being marred by Trump's presence at all.
That's really it is. It pisses me off so much. And you know what? I know this really sounds icky, but I keep waiting for them to unleash the next pandemic.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing.
Conspiracy thinking on my part?
No. Well, them unleashing, yes, but it doesn't matter if it's intentional or unintentional. There will be another pandemic because that's just how the world works. There are pandemics from time to time. And when we they're not always as bad as the coronavirus, but certainly there will be some major tragedy. And while we're having all these own goals, we are not preparing for the inevitable next obstacle that actually does come our way. We're going to get effing hammered by this.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're not going to do anything for anybody. Except, promote drinking whole milk. Why does any adult need whole milk?
They'll try to scam us more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What were you asking?
No, today was the whole milk thing too. And it's like, okay, but why does a 78 or an 80-year-old man need whole milk and full fat milk? Why are they doing that? I mean, it's the milk and dairy. It's the beef and the dairy industry. I know that's the new money behind the CDC,
bribes,
and the FDA.
They're getting bribed.
I know. I mean, I'm not saying that like the ketogenic. If you follow a ketogenic diet, you lose weight. You do, but they're not telling people that. They're just saying, drink milk. Don't buy crap, but they're not telling people how to change their lives. They're not giving tools. They don't have somebody out there saying, okay, we're going to start this mass program and teaching people how to eat, nutrition, all this. They're not doing any of that. They're just saying, drink whole milk and put it in the schools. And that's it. No tools, no nothing. I know. Am I frustrating you?
No, I mean, you're just correct. All right, let me take that back. Yes, you are, because you are accurately describing what's happening. Yes, it is a frustrating reality that we are in.
Right?
But that's it exactly.
It's the Morana scene.
Yes.
We are in the Morana scene. But I don't want to call people stupid. I've never been a name caller in my life. And it's like, all of a sudden, what happened to me? I've become this, I have hate in my vocabulary, and I never, even the worst second Bush was so bad. He was such a bumbling fool. I would watch him on television and just cringe at what a moron he seemed like, but I didn't hate. Even Dick Cheney, and Dick Cheney was evil, but I never ran around going, I hate Dick Cheney. Oh, I didn't like Dick Cheney. I didn't like Halliburton. But boy, oh boy, I don't know sometimes if this is good or bad. What do we do with that hate?
I mean, they made my mama cry, so I hated them. But I'll tell you, I hear what you're saying.
Oops. Greetings from Minnesota.
Well, hello, Mikey.
Yeah.
And thank you for being patriots. Minnesotans are making us all proud. Well done, sir.
I'm a bit worried.
You're part of a fine state, and you are your whole state is one of the sole reasons America will ever be able to hold its head high again. Yep. So thank you.
I just am worried, though. My partner, one of my partners on our channel, our meteorologist, he's going to Minneapolis like tomorrow. His mother lives there. And I'm just like, oh my God, I worry. I'm worried, but I can't, but I am worried.
I
has to go. His family's there.
Vizora brought up something interesting recently, which is that a lot of lefties cannot afford to travel. And this is a time where we really could use all the live streamers we can in the streets, keeping people safe by keeping eyes on this criminality. Damn it, I got to figure out a way. I wish we could have one day where we could get as many eyes on like a fund for traveling live streamers as what the Ford guy got. If we could get that kind of money and say, okay, yeah, if you are traveling for the purposes of streaming, use this account. Oh, I don't know how we can fundraise in that same way.
Okay, there's already organizations out there. So it's pitching that idea to the ones that are already like 50501 or pitching the idea and doing it through a mechanism that already exists and is already being looked at as domestic terrorists, which God, everybody knows they are not at all.
I don't know what a Cal grant is, but Bozy is suggesting there should be Cal grants for ice watching or state grants. Oh, I forget that we're not all in California.
California, yeah. Okay, that's but it makes sense, Jake. That's a very good idea.
The problem I have with that is that I want it to be biased. I don't want to give it equally to the left and the right. In this case, I want to counteract the right's the rights money with somehow our own. But
I like the idea of live streaming it all. Well, I used to do that in my beginning days. I used to go to everything and live stream it. Everything, every town hall with Tom Reed, Congressman Tom Reed, everything I did, but I don't anymore. So actually, there's the up and coming live streamers that are out there. Just take your phones and record it and play it on Facebook until they shut us off.
Bozy, I will probably have questions for you, but I don't have the brain space to understand the answers.
Here's a comment. This is John, and he is an activist he walked across the freaking country. They will be in everybody's community at some point. Know your rights and spread the word. Yeah, that's really important. Knowing your rights and spreading the word.
And also
ahead
of time, know what you are going to do. Like physically in the moment. So blow a whistle to alert the whole neighborhood that they're here. So have a whistle on hand at all times until this is done. And then also live stream. If it's live, it's a hell of a lot harder for them to hide the evidence because it's already out there. Yeah, not a police force. They are an immigration agency. They are not general law enforcement. They can only stop a vehicle if they have reasonable suspicion of an immigration violation or an official warrant. They cannot randomly stop you. So bear that in mind, gang. They can only detain if they have reasonable suspicion of you being undocumented or there is a valid immigration warrant for you. So again, they cannot. They have to call the real cops to deal with crimes. Use of firearms can only draw a gun if there is immediate threat of serious harm. Bear in mind, these are untrained, evil. See you next Tuesdays. I'll go. This is the time for cursing. They're evil cunts. So they will try to shoot you.
Too much. Okay.
ICE has no authority over U.S. citizens, people filming or passing by. Never allow them to do what they are doing without you stopping and filming it. If you see it and you let it pass, that is a black mark on your soul.
Yeah.
You should absolutely always involve yourself in ICE evil.
And then Stephen Miller's out there today on the right-wing, fascist right-wing propaganda government media saying that they have total immunity. So it's like giving them like all that you just read, and Stephen Miller's saying you have total immunity to beat up.
They don't.
Do whatever you want. I know. Stephen Miller.
I just want to be so clear
go.
that just because Stephen Miller, that evil little gremlin, says it doesn't make it so. Congress passes laws that decide how these things operate. Congress has passed no such law that any government agent has total immunity, because, that would be insane.
Insane in the membrane. Yep, it would be.
Insane in the brain.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think John liked that poster, so yeah, it was good info. That's why I put it up. I didn't make it, so I just thought it was good. Anybody that wants it, I don't know where I put it on my Substack. I didn't make it, but like I said, it was good, and I thought the information was accurate. That's why I put it up.
Yeah.
But Mikey says they're not following any of these rules. They're grabbing protesters, detaining them
Correct.
for 10 hours, kidnapping. You know what they did here? Okay. We have a professor at University of Buffalo. He's in the medical department. He's working on a medical, he's a neuroscientist. And in Buffalo, we have the Peace Bridge. When you're on the 190 and you go, the entrance is so confusing. If you just go the wrong way instead of going on Niagara Street and you go one way, there is no way for you not to go to Canada. You have to go up to border and turn around and come back. Well, you know what happened to him? He's been on a J1 visa, which is a visitor visa. He has his status is not up until I think it's 2029 because he has been here before. J1 visa. If you go back to your home country for 2 years, you can come back again and do your research. They've got him in detention. They arrested him, or they're holding him. He has a valid visa. He is a University of Buffalo researcher. I mean, this is pathetic. He made a mistake. And there's no way. And I'm like on this. I'm on the article with the commenters. What a bunch of idiots. They're all of a sudden, they're all immigration attorneys. Well, let me tell you, I do know it. I brought over these people from other countries. I did it. I got the visas. I did this work. And all these people are all of a sudden, they're immigration attorneys. And it just pissed me off so much because the guy is fine. Why is ICE detaining him? Because he's from Azerbaijan and he has a little bit darker skin. This is wrong. I don't know what's happening with University of Buffalo, what the hell is going on with their attorneys, but this is so bad. 10 days already in the Batavia ICE holding center. Yeah.
So
PhD neuroscientist.
Document this and put it down. I don't know where. But put it someplace where we can collect it with other infractions, because there are going to be tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of such cases that we must force them to answer for. That was 10 days of that person's life stolen so far over nothing.
Yeah.
And they knew what they were doing.
And he's legal. He's not out of status. But all these idiots on the investigative post were arguing that, oh, well, he must have done something. Send him back. Like, do you even know what you're talking about? Oh, I can't do this because today I got so aggravated over this because this is my hometown and I did this for a living. I know, I did this. So I did the immigration shit. I brought students in. I brought J1 visas, researchers. Oh my God. And it just really pisses me off because they don't know. And they want, you know what? These people are vicious. They just don't care. They're saying, well, they're doing a job. Send them back without knowing anything, Jake. This is why I wrote that article, Denial, on. So it's about social media too. It's about how vicious social media is and dangerous. It's vicious and awful. And here we are on social media. But it's just,
it can be. Yeah, there's no rules, so it absolutely can be horrible. It's up to us to create what it will be. I think we're doing better these days than we were. At some point, someone's going to chew me out really thoroughly for how I and you and all of us allowed the 2024 election to happen. And I don't know what they're going to be saying that tears us to shreds, but they'll be right. Because there's no effing way in the world this guy should have won.
Yeah, but
It's
remember what happened during Biden's tenure, giving all of that money to Israel to create.
True.
Yeah, and that pissed a lot of people off. But they
Really,
didn't
that's
they
what
know that
keeps
Trump
happening.
was going to do this? I mean, Trump is that on steroids, and they're going to develop they're going to develop. Trust me, they're going to develop the Gaza Strip. They're going to make it a beach strip. They're going to do that. And no one is helping those poor people. And they had rains and tents and oh my God, what a fucking
So I think you might have just nailed it. I think Republicans right now, honestly, I think they're desperate to be over with Trump. Even MAGA folks, I think they're desperate to move on. Simply because the conversations that they are having, they're less and less fun, basically. But regardless, we're going to keep having this until we demonstrate that the Democratic Party is different. And that's only going to happen if a bunch of people who are centrist are howling and yowling and saying, oh, the party's gone crazy. Oh, the party's, I can't believe what's happening. There's
the party of
awful...
mom dummy. Rich is
yes,
what we need.
Exactly.
We need.
So
yeah,
we will know we have a chance if centrist Democrats are freaking out and trying to backstab us. If it seems like centrist Democrats are being our pals, then we're in some pretty serious trouble. Because it all comes down to nobody will ever again buy what centrist Democrats were selling. And I don't think anybody will ever again buy what centrist Republicans are selling, because the center is not actually a centrist position. It's just an oligarchical position. That's it. They're servants of the oligarchy, and they don't care enough about the rhetoric that they're saying to go very far one way or another with it. Hey, we did an hour.
I know we did. My God, we're cooking. We're cooking.
That's the. I'm saying, do you want to just do an hour-long show? Since we don't have our.
What's everybody saying out there? Are y'all energized?
Are you energized?
Yeah, they are. Our chats are energized, but I mean, we're talking about some serious shit. I mean, I could show you some sandhill cranes from Florida. I could tell you about let me see if I got that video. I also have a sick cat, but I don't want to, I mean, how much do I want to talk about him? I caught him peeing in it was so wild. I turned on my camera. I had a house sitter, and I turned on the camera when I knew the house sitter wasn't there, and I catch the cat peeing in the kitchen sink. So I know he has a UTI, but I got everybody and everything done so that he could get his medicine. So that was
actually
really
pretty
good.
Civilized of him.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pee anywhere unconventional.
Yeah, but he's sick. All right, I'm gonna open this. All right, we'll watch the sandhill cranes. That's them. Aren't they cute?
Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, Florida, it gets a bad rap, but Florida I call the crane state because that's all you see. And there's so much development. There's not going to be anything left. They are just that these construction people and they are ruining Florida. It will not have, there'll be nothing left. Nothing. I got some beautiful recordings. I went to Central Florida also, but it is just like everywhere else. It's an overshoot. We've overshot the boundaries of what the planet can take, and we just keep that. You won't see those sandhill cranes. They're taking away all the habitat. Not to depress everybody with that, but this is exactly what's happening. I mean, it's exactly what I saw. It's sad. Drives me crazy. Oh, you've been to Florida, Jake? You've been down there?
Not in many years.
Okay, well, I will show you. This is Florida. I mean, it's like that is the crane and not the bird. Not the bird.
Yeah, the new cranes in Florida.
Yeah, not the bird. Oh, Jesus. All right, so anybody have a topic they would like us to try to oh, really? The Mexican
should look
restaurants
that
are
up.
all closed? Yeah.
Any good
You know,
premeditated? I don't know about that. I think it was done in an act of passion.
Anger.
Still
Yeah.
murder. Still
anger.
murder.
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy hates women and he hates American women. He married a Filipino. He married somebody that is that he can, control. He probably couldn't get laid by any American women because he's a piece of shit. And I'm not
Anybody that
saying
can
anything
fully
bad
understand.
about Filipino women. Don't take that wrong.
No.
My
Anybody
point
that could
was,
fully understand the words he was saying wouldn't have him. And that poor Filipino woman, I assume, didn't speak English before she married him, and then only found out all too late that her husband was a horrible cunt.
well, if she found out, who knows? We don't know the situation. I just know, oh, okay. People were saying,
Well, she
well,
certainly
he's
knows some
got a
bad sex.
Filipino wife, so he must like immigrants. Bullshit. He just couldn't get laid by an American because he's such a piece of shit. That's what happens. And these guys go and they bring subservient women from other countries that don't have what we might have and are looking for a way out.
Yeah, he needed to rely on a category that he couldn't help to help him get laid. He needed to rely on the fact that he was born an American in order to get laid, and that wouldn't impress an American gal, but apparently it impressed one Filipino gal who, to this day, I'm positive regrets her decision to ever give him the time of day.
We'll see. And I'm certainly not putting down anybody or any kind of anything here. I'm just saying I am a woman. And if that's it. He shot to death an American girl, and I have to say this. I am so sorry about Sandee losing her cat. She tried so hard.
Oh no.
And I have a sick cat, but he's on medicine. I got to bring him back to the vet. I can't afford to bring him back to the vet until next week. And, but he's on his medicine and I feel terrible. We all went through that with her. Everybody that watches, Left of the Box, our Canadian Sandee Lovas, who's also on This Space TV. Don't forget to watch her. She's good and she will fill you in on all the Canadian news and all the Canadian things that we Americans may not know, just like the True North Eager Beaver, who I've had Douglas on my show. I love them too. We can't forget our Canadian.
Oh, I'm so glad you're having him on.
No, I had him on. I did remember.
I'm so glad you had him on.
Oh, last year, great interview. He's wonderful. They're great. I just don't lately. I haven't been able to get up early enough to watch them, and it's terrible because I was watching them every single day, getting up early enough. But once the weather changes and the light comes, gets a little. I'll get up. I just though. Although I get home, and I sleeping at my mother's. There's no cats. So I actually, I kind of slept. I get home, same shit. Cats fighting on the bed. I had my hair up and I got the cat, pulling at my hair. And I'm like, somebody asked me, are you sleeping well now that you got home? I'm like, what, are you fucking kidding? They're all fighting with it. No, it's only one that fights. But it's just funny. It's funny. Oh, and I hurt my hand too. Oh my God. I don't know what I did today. I was lifting. I don't know what I did, but it's killing me right in the palm. Ow. It hurts. And I was out and back too. I went and moved my trail cam because I wasn't happy with what I was seeing. I wasn't seeing enough. I moved
the
it.
open wounds don't hurt all that much, but if you can see the pixels on the screen, under the camera there, they look all effed. That is because when I fell, something in my pocket between my phone and my thigh existed,
Oh, you poor
And my
thing.
thigh feels like awful, but I would take 10 of those to not have the pixels on my screen effed up. Because I cannot fix that until the channel's profitable.
Right. Well, right. If we hold our breath,
never.
we won't be doing anything for
Yes.
profitable channels. Well, one thing about progressives, there's 5 maybe progressives that do really great out there. And as far as climate and environment, forget it. Nobody's even talking about it.
That.
The EPA.
That's crazy.
I talk.
It's the main problem.
I will talk tomorrow. I am talking about I'm talking about Argentina, and I'm talking about the Patagonia fires. I'm going to talk about why they happened, but I'm also going to talk about all the conspiracy bullshit that's floating around the internet behind that also, and Malay. So that's 5:00 this space TV tomorrow, 5:00 Eastern, and it'll be on my channel. But I do want to look into the fires because nobody's talking about that. And Patagonia is beautiful. Argentina has beautiful, beautiful country. And it's too bad they have such an asshole as a president who's waving around now the Israeli flag. I'm like, it's just so cringe. It's also cringe. And I'm not putting Israelis themselves down because not every Israeli, just like America, just not every American, not every Israeli is a creep at all. People don't like the systems. It's all the leaders all over the world. We have some of the worst leaders. I don't know, but haven't we always? I mean, really think about it, Jake. Name me some really shitty ones in history.
Oh, I can name you shitty ones in just American history.
Okay, do it.
Let me go backwards. Trump, Biden, Trump again, Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, Reagan,
You're
Ford.
doing great. I'm sorry, but you're doing great. I was thinking more like I'm going way back. I'm going way back. Stalin and Lenin, and I'm looking at some of the really bad ones. Easier to name the ones that weren't shitty. Who?
Half of Johnson.
Lyndon
Jimmy
Johnson,
half
Jimmy
the
Carter,
time.
and Jimmy Carter. He was a good man. He was a good one. That was the thing. That's why he didn't. And Gene McCarthy never won, but he was a good man. But that's a long time ago. I mean, historically, we had these kings and queens and such. I think power, as we know, power corrupts. And then the worst people seem to get in power historically.
I do also think that it's the main problem for us in America in particular is that we view the top position wrong. We view it as though you have to ask very nicely to get put in, and then once you're there, we are all at your mercy. And that is not how this thing is supposed to run. Or at least, even if it was how it's supposed to run, it's not how we should run it. The way we should run it is you get put into power and you can be taken out at the whim of the people at any moment.
All right, FDR was good. You're right, but I blurted that out. He had some good stuff.
Yeah,
but you're right.
Do another Lyndon Johnson. Half of FDR. Good.
Okay, you're right. All right, I got to put something else up since we gave a shout out to Sandee on my channel. Oops, that's wrong. Wait a minute, I got to get that out. Oh, so okay. Send some good vibes to our great friend and mod Bella Lugrisi, Kenny, who's going through some tough troubles right now, and he's on. Everybody knows Bella Lugrisi because he's on every channel, and he loves and follows you guys, everybody. So give him some love. And then we lost Bob Weir. That was sad.
Grateful Dead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have a story on that.
Well, tell me. Now's the time.
I seen RFK Jr. on Twitter. He makes a post that shows a picture of himself with Bob Weir about 40 years ago, maybe even more, right?
Before he knew that I was against everything he loved.
Exactly. I'm like, I made a post and I said That was RFK before the brainworm killed him. Bobby would never have been seen with RFK Jr. of today. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I've met Bob Weir I met the dead, and I used to
What was he
a long
like?
time ago. Oh, they were all very nice. They were all really
Oh.
respectful and lovely. But that's because I was with a music promoter from New York at the time. We were in Eugene, Oregon. I was just a kid. I mean, this is 150 years ago. But it was at the Eugene Holiday Inn. It was one of the years that I was doing the whole tour with my girlfriend Donna up and down California. And I won't age myself, but it was a long time ago, and there was a lot of LSD those days. But it was sad because there's, I think, Bill Kreutzmann is the only one left, and Mickey Hart. If any deadheads out there. Anyway, so what else, Jake? Your turn. You ready to go? You ready to call it a night? You tired?
I'm pretty close. I am just earnestly. I think a lot of times we forget the continuity of one news story to the next. So, for example, this is all happening with ICE in our streets, yada, yada, yada. There's still Trump effing pooching the invasion of Venezuela, saying that we are going to control the country. Yeah. They've yet to set up how that's going to work exactly.
Nope.
And we're getting pretty close to the time where we might just have to tuck our tails and walk away. Again, that's not going to be good for anybody because of the manner in which we're going to do it. We're basically guaranteeing conflict between our troops and others. Then there is simultaneously Trump making threats about Greenland. Never mind that if you look on a map where our NATO bases are, if we lose those by invading Greenland, we lose half of our power worldwide overnight. Then simultaneously, there is the fact that the Epstein files are supposed to be out and they're still not released yet. We need to keep the pressure up on that one in particular because the right seems to, for some reason, give a shit about that, if nothing else. And then on top of all that, Trump's still dying, man. He's barely coherent. Did you see him in the plane the other day? It was bizarre.
It is. He looks absolutely horrible. He really does. He does.
So there's a lot of plates spinning all at once. And I'm just wondering, when the first one crashes, how is it going to affect the others? Is Trump going to die first? Or?
You're doing the World News Roundup. We need that.
This is just Trump scandals roundup. Yeah. The problem is it affects the whole world because he's so crazy.
Oh my God. You're right. I'm looking for a meme, actually, that's absolutely perfect for this, but it's way back in my photos. But you're right. Keep going. You're on a roll.
My point about continuity is that because we care differently from night to night about one issue to another, that doesn't change the ticking clock on all of them. And what I said initially about Trump is I honestly think he might be out of office by the end of February. I'm not changing that. He's still that effing, like, his brain is soup. I don't know how he's still functioning at all. Look at those prices.
I'm like, okay. Not that I want gas. I would like fossil fuels to go away, but I mean, you know how they lie. I was looking for something else. Yeah, you're right though. It's constant every day. We are being barraged every minute, all the time, on purpose, right? Isn't it?
I think so.
It's on purpose, right?
I think the most insidious thing that we have fallen for that has worked, that is destroying America, is to get us to argue with other Americans.
Yeah.
I know it sounds hokey, but it is true.
No.
It's effective. That's what Russia's war strategy is for America, is to just get us angry with each other. And it works so well.
Yeah. I'm just having fun with memes tonight.
Let's do it. They'll blow up the planet before showing you my list of friends. Yeah, that's perfectly put. Whoever made that.
I didn't make it. I've made a few, but I didn't make that one either. Yep. God.
And you see how much it got under Trump's skin. If he wasn't guilty as sin of being a diddler, he would have just been like, okay, whatever, buddy. Thanks for coming out anyway, and then taken another question or waved to somebody else. But no, he freaked out and he scurried off. He scurried off when he got called a diddler. So he's a diddler, and he knows we know now, which is delightful.
And they just want to distract. And it is important, people, if anybody thinks that that's not important, I'm sorry, but that is just proof positive that the oligarchs are depraved pieces of shit. But as I talked about in my show, Ass, Gas, or Grass, nobody rides for free. Men in power, I'm sorry, but even in motorcycle clubs, powerful hierarchy are also into the same shit that the wealthy oligarchs are in. It's a sickness. It's a sickness.
Yeah.
Sickness. If you didn't see that show, I did it on this space. It was on a Thursday afternoon. Ass, Gas, or Grass, baby. Nobody rides for free, but it's not really funny. See, I'm aging myself all the time, but I am the elder with experience.
I mean,
it's
I
okay.
think all of us feel about 1,000 years old.
Yeah, I swear. Right?
Can you imagine what it's going to be like talking to somebody who's like 14 or 15 now in like 10 years? Or if this ever, we recover America, we get rid of all the fascists, and then you try to have a conversation with somebody who grew up in these times about how things ought to operate. We're going to have to redefine everything, if only because a lot of the people who are voting now only know politics from the last decade, and it's just madness.
It's Gas, Grass, or Ass. Bella, he's with us. Hi. All right, Gas, Grass, or Ass. Okay. Sorry, I didn't have it in the right way.
I tend to put those in order of my desire for them.
Oh, okay.
I just try to front load the ones I want.
It was the old hitchhiking thing. If you're going to get in my car, it's going to be one of those things. Oh, yes.
And so, like, if I'm pulling up, like, if I'm considering getting somebody in, I'll be like, grass, gas, or I suppose ass. But if I'm by the side of the road and I'm trying to save my precious gas money and grass, I'll be like, would you care for some ass, sir?
Oh, you're...
I suppose I could also offer.
They're killing me. They're making me laugh. That's just good. Making me laugh. I like to make people laugh and smile too. I do. We're just in that time.
You have the only attitude I can imagine somebody successfully getting people through your shows with for the subject matter you cover. Yeah, you are pleasant, and that kind of helps with the fact that you're talking about something that is both true, our doom, and nobody fucking is doing anything about in power. It's insane.
No,
we'll literally all die if we don't get progressives or people who believe the things progressives believe, whatever they call themselves, in power within 10 years.
Yeah, but they're not hiding it. They're not Norway, oh, we're so green. Oh, no, nobody's hiding it anymore. They're going for the oil. Nobody's hiding it anymore.
Yeah.
It's full steam ahead, and we are just going to extinct everything and take everything else with us. But that's, yeah. I don't want to depress everybody now. I don't want to, because we're nearing the end, and usually at the end of my shows, I always like to bring it up. Deliver the shit and then bring it up. So
speaking of bringing it up, somebody blocked Lindsey Graham on Grindr.
They find him on Grindr.
Good for you.
Blocked Lindsey Graham. That's one thing those girls on iHip, I've had it. They drill. I think they get under the skin of all these assholes. They've come up with some funny shit. At first, Antonio was the one that turned me on to them. I didn't know who they were. I watched them and I'm like, okay, but they come up with some good shit that's catchy, and they are doing this on purpose to get under all these motherfuckers' skin. Good for them.
Who's the they?
The girls on iHip. Jen and what's her name? Not Boots. That's my cat. Anyway.
Oh, Pumps.
Yeah, I'm like, Boots. My cat is Boots. Pumps. Yeah, they're pretty good. I can't watch all these things every day. I can't. I watch Paul Beckwith though. I watch pretty much everything he does, Paul Beckwith, because he is a climate systems scientist that does good videos, and nobody watches him either. If he gets 8,000 views, oh boy, he should be around the world. He should be getting hundreds of thousands of views for the material he presents. And so should my Jim Massa, Science Talk with Jim Massa. But, you know, but as somebody's getting hundreds of thousands of views, but climate is always something, climate, environmental issues, they're just in passing. You know, it's a quick, and the EPA, they don't give a shit about our breath, but not my channel.
I have unsolicited advice for all people who talk about the environment. Number two-parter. Number one, way simpler / shorter, because it's so broad what people are missing that there's no point. You can talk about the temperature of this chunk of the ocean or whatever. Nobody's listening because they don't understand any of it. So broader and shorter, like, yeah, fossil fuels are choking you to death and they're costing you money. And then two, literally just talk about like what people can do. And I don't mean like you personally go out and change the environment. I just mean like if you voted for this, then this would happen. I don't know that that's going to work.
You probably would love Robert. I had a guest on, and he says he's from the UK. Eloquent, wonderful, beautiful show. He's an eloquent, amazing speaker. And he says, you can't talk like that. We just got to talk to people like we talk to them. We can't do all that science because most people now, their eyes just glaze over.
And they think you're lying.
Yeah.
Because it's such a common scam for people to say a bunch of science sounding things and then tell them the opposite of what you just said. So they'll be like, oh, this person just does science, but it's sad science instead of the smug science that I like. Yeah. Forgetting that what they're dealing with is not actually science.
Anyway, yes, and Robert's mother just passed away. He's such a lovely man from the UK. What a beautiful person. If you get a chance to ever just listen to any of my clips, I put out shorts with him. One of the most eloquent people I've ever had. And I met him through the Climate Crisis Club, which is Alex's thing, NBPTROCKS in the chat. That's the climate every Saturday. That's on. Unfortunately, right now on X, because we can't find that there's not another platform that has the functionality of spaces. But you know what I found out about X? It sucks, but if you stay in your lane and you stay with the people that are interested in what you're interested in, and I veer out sometimes, but if you stay in your lane, you can keep it pretty cohesive without a lot of trolls.
I mean,
we're supporting an asshole. I understand that.
Yeah, that's my concern. But at the same time,
everybody's an asshole that owns these platforms.
You know, also don't want them to go unchallenged. So I don't know what's right, really.
I know. It's tough. It's tough because I left X and went back. Well, I went back because somebody bought me a membership when I was trying to get my channel back. Because that's the only way you can contact YouTube, the YouTube people.
That should be an embarrassment to YouTube that a different social media platform is required to get service out of them. How sad is that?
Yeah.
I also have to say, Bella, I am so glad to see you, my friend. I'm sorry you're having trouble sleeping, but
I'm on Blue Sky. We're still on Blue Sky. We're still on Blue Sky. I share everything Matt puts on Letterhack.
I mean, yeah, I did an account on there. The problem is I feel like I'm doing social media here on YouTube. I don't want to do other social media in addition.
Yeah. Well, I like Substack, but again, I found that Substack has a very ugly component. Stay in your own lane, it's okay, but Substack has some disgusting people that are writing on it, or they're trolling on it. Oh no, I like it.
How that works?
It's like Medium. Browse? It's like Medium with chats and posts, but you can write and you can put your own videos up there. You can live stream on there. It's a pretty all-encompassing platform. It's not bad.
Do you have to pay for every post that you see? That was the
I don't
impression
pay
I got.
anything. No, if you don't, you can subscribe for free to everybody. Some people require you if you want to chat or you want to put up a post, they want you to join. I don't give a shit. I just am free for everything. I have a couple of paid subscribers, which was cool. I only have like 150 people right now, but that's 150 people. If I was standing in a room with 150 people, that's a lot of people.
Hell yeah.
So I'm glad that they're reading my stuff because I'm working hard on it. And if I ever shit can this whole live streaming thing, I'm just going to write.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. The media format we choose is irrelevant, and I think you're viewing it exactly the correct way. Like, 150 people. If you were standing on a street corner with a sign, you would not have that much engagement. That's
Radio Eco Shock. Yeah, you're right. Radio Eco Shock. Great information. Absolutely, Mikey. Absolutely. Yep. We're giving a lot of. All right.
Oh.
Shout out some of yours, Jake.
Some of my favorite whats.
Oh, anything. Platform like I just showed his was Radio Eco Shock, which is wonderful. One of my friends actually does confer with that platform on stuff.
Well, I think the folks at WHIV are doing a good job because we should be in every place we can be, including terrestrial radio. I think that's very, very important.
Tell everybody who they are that might not know on my channel.
Those are folks from this space who also, Mark Allen Derry, etc. Who I'm saying etc. because I don't know everybody who has a show on there, but Mark Allen Derry is the main guy, and they just have a regular radio station in addition to social media channels. That's good. I'm glad somebody's willing to do that. I also think T-Bone, actually, from our chat, is doing something that we all should try to do. I'm not sure that we'll all be successful, but YouTube has the ability to just post like any other social media, like text and pictures. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we shouldn't just pretend let that slip. I think it's good to participate there. So I've been a follower of T-Bone's for some time.
Great.
He does good posts.
You ever see any of his videos? Oh my God. He used to do amazing videos and voice them for what he wrote. I've known he's been around a long time. I'm so happy that he's followed all of us, after just. Yeah, he's good dude. All right. Well, this is good. It's 11:30. It's 11:30 on the East Coast.
Oh, Visora raid. The ruffians. I just set up my channel to raid Visora. You saying she's not on anymore? Shit.
Visora down under. Yeah, she's from
she is
right
not.
down. She is down under. All right.
Thank you, Visora.
That, an hour and a half is good. If there's anybody else that has, now they're coming in. The ruffians are here now.
Well, now we got to entertain Visora's folks.
Yeah.
And I got to figure out somebody else to raid because she's apparently done with her. What was it? A Xanax stream? I didn't see much. She said she was popping pills and kicking ass. We see the Climate Crisis Club as an independent platform. Okay.
Even though we're on X, but they're on everywhere now. They're growing. So it's great. They're growing and have wonderful people. Wonderful people. Every Saturday I hear people from all over the world. And I clean my house and I do all my chores. And I'm hearing all these wonderful people from everywhere talking about everything. It's just terrific. Terrific, wonderful. Where is T-Bone? He's in the United States.
I see.
T-Bone's in the States. I'm not going to tell you where. That's up to him. I know where, but he's in the States and good guy. He's an old biker. Old biker dude. That's where we hit it off.
You tell me so much about this guy that I was unaware of.
Oh.
I did not know he was a biker.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, baby.
Wait, I'm seeing Visora's stream. She still says I'm zooted on Valium.
Is she on live?
And probably... Oh, no, it says it's over. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
Withdrawn.
Well, then I think we'll do an hour and a half. And I very much enjoyed this, Jake. I hope I didn't overtalk you. I was
You did
very
not.
excited because
This was lovely.
I haven't been on in a while and I got all excited tonight. It was just you and me. I'm like, ooh, that's pretty cool. I missed Matt and Andrea terribly. But this was different.
Yeah, I miss him too, but it's fun for us. I feel like, it's fun to see us pair off like this from time to time. I'm
Yeah.
sorry I've never had the wherewithal to actually get a side project going. One of these days.
Yeah, one of these days. Hey, what do we have? We have time. No matter what I say, I say I'm older or this. I still have time. I ain't going anywhere. Made it through last year. Oh, this year is much better. I mean, physically, last year sucked. This year, yahoo! There's nowhere to go but up.
True.
There you go. I guess that's all I can end.
Well, on that note. I'll see you next time.